is instantly better. I first heard Buster Cooper in 1989 in New York City. It was a celebration of the music of Duke Ellington, and many of the alumni were present. I was new on the jazz scene, and I knew a few of the musicians' names, but never got a chance to meet them. I was sitting off stage right listening to the band play, and all of a sudden, from the trombone section, came a roaring solo that was screaming, crying, testifying, proclaiming, laughing, and shouting, all at the same time. And it was like nothing I'd ever heard before. I ran to the side of the stage to see who it was. It was Mr. Buster Cooper, who had just burned up the stage with that solo. Then he put his horn down and gave the audience that Buster Cooper smile that says, "And I love you too." I thought, now that's how you blow a trombone. I want to play just like that. And I got a chance to meet him briefly afterwards and say, and he said, "Hello, young man, how are you? Trombone player?" Right on, right on. And he kept on going. I left the theater, and after that night, I was totally inspired. I wanted to play with that level of enthusiasm and joy. Every note meant something, and he wasn't ashamed to share it with you. Then a few years later, I met Mr. Cooper again. "Hello, young man, how are you? You're that trombone player I met a few years ago. I've been hearing about you. Keep on doing what you're doing." And this time, I got a chance to sit and talk with him for a little while. This is when I learned that the most profound thing about Mr. Cooper was his spirit. His music was a mere manifestation of the actual man himself. As great as he was, he always had encouraging words for others. Didn't matter what was going on, if I encountered Buster Cooper, everything was just immediately better. Every time. The trombone playing was out of his world, but his spirit and Buster Cooper's smile was off the charts. There's no meter to measure that. Lastly, I'd like to say that it is truly a blessing to have experienced such a person in my lifetime. To hear him, to meet him, to know him has been one of the greatest joys of my lifetime. He taught me how to make the world a better place by simply being good to yourself and others all the time. I love you, Buster Cooper. Thank you for loving us all over the years, and I know that you're still singing, swinging, smiling, and loving the angels the same way you loved us here on earth. Some would think it impossible, but heaven is now a better place. Wycliffe Gordon.
Thank you, Wycliffe.